Hello everyone. From today onwards, I would like to provide the Indian economy classes also. Okay, so this is the first part, that is introduction of the economy. Okay, so here more than a dismal science, it means economics is defined as a dismal science. Okay, so first of all, why economics is called as a dismal science? So the meaning of the dismal science is depressing and poor science. Okay, so there are so many sciences and philosophies in the society, but economics is known as dismal science. The meaning of the dismal science is depressing and poor science. Okay. So in 1849, Thomas Carlyle, so he given the name to the economics as a dismal science because population would always grow faster than the food we are producing. Okay, it means more than the food there is a population. Okay, it means whenever there is a balance between population and food, so this is the good idea. But whenever comes to the population is always increasing than the food we are producing. Okay, so that's why economics is known as a dismal science. It means a depressing science. Okay, so why Thomas Carlyle given the name depressing science to the economics? Because it is a unending poverty. Okay, so there is no equality towards the food and the population is always increasing and higher than the food. Okay, so it means it is a unending poverty, so that's why he coined the name towards the economics as dismal science or depressing or poor science in 1849. So economics is always a question for a common people to comprehend. Okay, so it means it is always criticizing the questioning. It's a question. Okay, because the common people they don't have money, so that's why it's always a question towards the common people. So that's why it is a failed science, because after it's a failure to predict the US subprime mortgage crisis of 2008. Okay, because in 2008 there was a crisis in US. Okay, so that's why it was termed as a failed science. Okay, so the coming to the main point, defining economics. So basically economics means it studies the economic activities of the human being. Okay, so basically it is a working definition. Okay, so whenever we see the working definition, so it is very important because we can understand by seeing the definition. So it studies the economic activities. Okay, what is economic activities? Okay, so what are the economic activities? It means the activity which involves the money. Okay, where the money involvement is there, so that is known as economic activity. Basically this is a working definition. Okay, so all activities where the money is involved, so that particular activity we can call as economic activity. Okay, so whenever the money comes into question, so that is economic gain or motive. Okay, for example, getting a job or buying something or selling something. Okay, so it means where the money is involved, those activities are known as economic activities, even conducting a business. Okay, so what about visiting religious places for prayers? So we are visiting the religious places. Okay, so is this economic activity? Because we are giving money to the beggars and we are putting some money on the places of the worships. Okay, so is this economic activity? But we cannot say this is economic activity. It is difficult to say the economic activity. Okay, so except activity of the prayer, remaining all our economic activities. Okay, so finally, what is the main definition of the economics? So we cannot say the main definition because it is not easy. So why? Because the definition of the economics is very complex and contentious task. We cannot say the clear definition, but we can say it studies about the economic activities of the human being. So within the economic activities there is a question, what about the religious places, and we are giving money to the donations, for the temples. So is this economic activity? Because religion is a belief or faith, this is not a business, right? So how can we say the religious activity as economic activity? Okay, so it means there is no clear definition, but whenever comes to the economics, so there is a important definition and a important working definition, that is, economics is the study of how societies use scarce resources to provide valuable commodities and distribute them among the different people. Okay, okay, so it means study of how society is nothing but people. So how people uses its limited resources to produce valuable commodities. Okay, it means by using the natural resources or scarce resources, it means very low resources, and we can produce the valuable commodities. Okay, even we can distribute them to the people. It means different people, there are different people. So by using the scarce resources we can produce the valuable commodities, not only producing but we can distribute them to all the people. Okay, so this is the important and working definition in the society. Okay, so here the definition is very attentive. Okay, the definition is very attentive. So whenever we see this important definition, so it's a lot of information in a few words. Okay, so they given only few words, but we can get the important points and lot of information within this one sentence. Okay, so finally, the economics studies how individuals, firms, and governments, okay, and other important organizations within our society make choices, and how these societies use of its resources. Okay, so how the society is using the scarce resources, and how it can produce the valuable commodities, and how can it distribute to the people. Okay, so it means the economics work is to study the individual, about different companies, about the government, and about the different types of the organizations. Okay, so how the society, it means within society they are in the involvement. Okay, how the society is producing the valuable commodities by using the scarce resources. It means, for example, I'll give one example. So for example, a man can invest only 1,000 rupees. Okay, so this is the limited, 1,000 rupees is the limited resources. Okay, it means by using the scarce amount of money he can produce what he want. Okay, so not only producing, he can distribute them, and again he can gain the profit from 1,000 rupees. Okay, for example, so a man has 1 acre of the land. Okay, so he is cultivating within 1 acre of the land. So the main crop is paddy. Okay, so it means nearly 100 bags, paddy bags are producing in the 1 acre of the land. Okay, so here 1 acre is the scarce resources. Okay, because he has only 1 acre, he has no value, he has no right to go to other land. Okay, so 1 acre is a scarce resources. Okay, so as compared with there are so many people, they have a lot of grains, because they have hundreds of the acres, but a man have only 1 acre of the land. It means here 1 acre of land is a scarce resource. Okay, so by using the scarce resources he can produce 100 bags of the paddy. Okay, so by using the paddy he can distribute those paddy bags to the people. Okay, so whenever he starts to the selling those paddy bags, he can get the amount. Okay, so whenever he is getting the amount, he can compare, so what about my resources and what is I'm getting. Okay, so there is a difference, that is, if he is getting more money than the compare with the previous investing money, so that is a profit. Okay, if he is receiving less money compared with his investing, so he is getting his means there is a loss to the person. Okay, so it means he is using the scarce resources what he has. Okay, next he is getting the money by the distribution. Okay, so basically this definition is very important and a working definition. Okay.